All rise. 33rd court is now in session. Michael David.
All right, be seated, please. Oh, boy. I think I got it in here. I got a mess up here. All right. Thanks. People against Monette. Mohammed Bilal Monette. 25WA37795. All right, Mr. Mamet, your appearance.
Stephen Mamet on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're going to plead impeding the traffic, right?
That's correct, Your Honor, and I believe that there's I believe there's a bond that was posted in this manner.
Right. Okay, so by implication, I suppose he's agreeing to set aside the default judgment. There's going to be a plea to impeding. You're authorized under that plea, true?
Correct.
All right, so let me just make a note here. Default judgment set aside. Defendant pleads to impeding. To that charge on his behalf, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and accept the plea. Let me just double check one thing here. Oh, sorry. Forgot to turn on my device there. I want to make sure the bond's in his name. Lisa, can you tell me if the bond's in his name? It's going to be 165 will be the total. Is that bond in his name, Mr. Monette's?
I
checking
believe.
right now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Lisa.
I said I'm checking right now. Yes,
Okay.
it is. It's in his name.
All right, so good enough. So I'll accept the plea, dismiss the obstructed vision. 165, we'll apply the bond, and he's all set, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Still on. What did I do here?
There you go.
Okay. All right, Parsons. Alexander Salim Parsons.
Right to the podium.
24W835-904.
David Justice, no persons. Yeah. Prosecutor wanted to come in on this one.
Okay. How you doing? This is 24W835-904. Good morning, counsel. How are you?
Good. Good morning, John Western, on behalf of the people of Winnebago.
Now, Mr. Parsons, your name?
Alexander Parsons.
So it looks like we notified the victim. He's entitled to early discharge within half the time, but this was taken under HIDA. And the victim did not show up today. He was supposed to be here at 9. But the question is, do you want to move to dismiss because it was taken under HIDA, but there was a review hearing date, October 1 of 25.
We move to dismiss at this time pursuant to item. He's compliant with all orders of the court.
Can you just write that on here? People move to dismiss.
Yeah, approach the court.
You sure can. Mr. Parsons, since you were in court here, have you been arrested for any reason, sir?
No, sir.
Do you have any other charges pending?
No, sir.
Any police contacts since you were in court when I sentenced you back on October 16 to 24?
Other than like a traffic violation, no, sir.
What was that traffic violation? Speeding or something?
About 2 nights ago, I was on my way home from getting food. I was pulled over out of a rental vehicle, and I didn't have my ID on. He was at home.
What did he arrest you for?
Say it again.
What did the officer write you for?
I didn't have my ID on.
So So your license?
Yeah,
So he wrote you for no license on person?
yeah.
You still want to dismiss?
No, Your Honor, that's a misdemeanor, so that would violate his probation. I interviewed him prior to him coming into court, and I asked him, and he did not disclose that.
What else did he write you? What city was that in?
It was Trenton.
Pull it up in here.
We just got it today, Judge. It's a failure to display license out of Trenton.
I'm still willing to dismiss if you are.
If the court's going to, I would agree as well.
So you move to dismiss?
Move to dismiss.
Case dismissed. You gotta have your license on you,
Yes, sir.
okay? Good luck. I'm dismissing the case. And for the record, the victim never appeared, although the victim got notice to be here by 9. Thanks, counsel.
Thank you.
Persinger. Ran and Russell Persinger, 23R 720-609. Your name, sir?
Brandon Persinger,
You have failure to complete 10 hours of community service by December 7 of 24. Failure to attend the court work program on April 12 of 25. Failure to pay the balance owing of 1810. If you want a lawyer, I'll be happy to give you one. Do you want a lawyer? Pardon?
no, sir.
You have 3 technical violations. If you plead guilty or if you're found guilty of any one of these, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for the maximum. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, sir.
Can you call in Emily? If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
To the charge, count 1. That you failed to complete 10 hours of community service by December 7 of 24. How do you plead?
I'm waiting for Emily, because she said she's gonna ask you to dismiss all that because I got.
I just need a not guilty or guilty.
By then, yes, I was.
I can't hear you.
By the date, I was guilty, yes.
You failed to complete and provide proof of completing community service by December 7 of 24.
Yes,
Count 2. You failed to attend the court work program on April 12. How do you plead?
guilty.
Did you fail to attend the court work program on April 12 of 25?
Yes, sir.
Count 3, that you failed to pay the balance owing on your fines, which was $1,810. How do you plead?
Guilty.
You failed to do that.
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll accept your plea to all 3 counts. I want to be sympathetic to you, I really do, Brandon. I don't know what's going on.
I got so behind getting laid off and fell in debt and everything.
You got to keep your voice up, son.
I fell in debt because I was laid off for 2 months. And then on my light duty at work, like I'm just training and doing inspections. And I told Emily I can start doing 60 something a week now that I've caught up on my other bills. And now I have to pay off before I'm supposed to get off. And then, still waiting to see what the surgeon says. That's what took me so long to get me service, but that's also done.
Why didn't you do your community service by December? This is May.
Because I was in so much pain.
May in a couple of days, I should say. Tomorrow's May 1st.
I was just in too much pain. There was a while I was just in bed for days on end, not being able to move my arm. or
You
leg.
still haven't done it, have you?
What?
The community
No,
service?
it's done. That's why Emily said I wanted to wait for Emily because she has all the proof and all that. And was gonna ask you to dismiss it.
Well, I'm not gonna dismiss it.
Emily's finishing up an appointment. She said she'll be in just a couple minutes.
Why don't you have a seat a second, okay?
Okay.
I'll be right with you. Harvey. Shaquila Shante Harvey, 25W838-266A and B. Your name? All right, you're charged with driving on a suspended. You're also charged with no insurance. They issued a warning for defective equipment. You have the right to a lawyer. You want one, I'll give you one. Do you want a lawyer? It is alleged that you did operate a motor vehicle with suspended license in the city of Woodhaven, County of Wayne on April the 3 of 25. They think you were driving on West near Ford Lane in Woodhaven at 152. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 500 fines, 93 days jail, costs or all those in 2 points. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And then they think that you had no proof of insurance. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial of any kind. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, you still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes.
I'll enter a not guilty plea, $500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law. You must appear in court as directed. You're gonna go out in the hallway, and he's gonna set you up with the prosecutor. He's gonna bring your file to the prosecutor, you talk to the prosecutor. If the prosecutor doesn't offer you that what you want, or you don't think they're being fair enough, you can ask for a lawyer at that time. Do you understand all of that? Okay? So go out in the hallway and he'll set you up. He'll take this to the prosecutor. Best of luck. People against Courtney Ann Louise Collins, 25W838-336. Could I also have Carlton Thomas Johnson up here, please? Carlton Johnson, 25W838-349. Ma'am, your name. Come on up, sir.
Courtney Collins.
Right next to her, state your name, please.
Carlton Johnson.
Each of you have the right to, you're both charged with suspended driving. If you want one, I'll give you one. Do you want one, Ms. Collins?
Yes.
You want one, Mr. Johnson? Ms. Collins, you can go out and I'll set you up with a lawyer. And then you'll either way come back in front of me. Mr. Johnson, you can,
Do you want me to leave?
no, I don't want you to do anything except go out in the hallway and my court officer's gonna set you up with a lawyer, okay? All right, now, Mr. Johnson, you're charged with operating a motor vehicle with suspended license. They think you were driving in the city of Woodhaven, County of Wayne on April the 4 of 25 in the city of Woodhaven on I-75 near Breland at 2:50 PM on that date. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 500 fines, 93 days jail, costs or all those in 2 points. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form today?
Yes, sir.
You got to keep your voice up for me. If you
Yes,
plead
sir.
guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights. I need a good pen. And there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, you still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea, $500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law. You must appear in court as directed. You're gonna go ahead and you're going to go out in the hallway. He's gonna take your file to the prosecutor. If the prosecutor doesn't offer you what you want, then you can request a court-appointed lawyer at that time, okay?
Yes, sir.
I wish you well. Good luck to you, sir. Paul Robert LeBeau, 25W838-223B.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mike Crawford, representing Mr. LeBeau, is approaching.
Sir, your name?
Paul LeBeau?
All right, so he pled the disorderly. This is under HIDA. Have you had a chance to review the report with him? Are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
Your Honor, I have had the opportunity to review the report. There are no material additions or revisions that we asked for. Your Honor, my client thinks the recommendation is fair and something that he can comply with. We ask the court to accept the recommendations presented.
Lisa, I don't know why the disposition here. Would you look at the disposition on this case? It's not right. It's indicating it was dismissed. Counsel, your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Josh West, appearing on behalf of people of Woodhaven, on behalf of the victim.
Is the victim here?
He was, Your Honor. I did interview him. He would like me to speak on his behalf. He could not stay because he had to go back to work.
Okay, what would you like to say?
Judge, again, for the record, I did interview the complaining witness in this matter, and people do have a concern. Allegedly, 2 days ago, the defendant was on the corner adjacent to the victim's property. The defendant was allegedly texting the victim's girlfriend's daughter to get to the victim, telling the victim to, quote unquote, step outside of your place, let's deal with this as men and take care of it. Your Honor, that would, in my opinion, violate the no contact provision using a third party to have contact. So the people do have concern about
He sent that to who?
the victim. He texted the victim's girlfriend's daughter to tell the victim to come out and let's deal with this, quote unquote, as a man.
Did you do that?
Hold on a second, Your Honor, can we have a minute? I mean, I should have known this before I came in, there was these allegations, that something supposedly happened. And they are allegations. Can we recall this, I can talk to the prosecutor?
Yeah,
This shouldn't even been said on the record.
Hang on.
Stop.
Hang on a second. Just relax. Why couldn't the victim stick around for a few minutes? I mean, it's not-
Judge, he was really concerned about missing work, and he did not want to
Do
address.
you have his phone number?
I'll have Lieutenant Tolan.
I mean, this is quite a serious allegation. So can you try to get his phone number and see if you can at least zoom in? I mean, I was ready to go at 8:30. If somebody would have told me this was ready, you know, I would have been glad to come out here. I mean,
Was asked that, Your Honor.
yeah, so let's pass this and
Thank
Give me a hold. Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you. Recalling Brandon Persinger. 23R720609. All right, your name?
Brandon Personal.
Emily Casino?
He pled guilty. He did the 10 hours of community service by December 7th. I mean, not by December 7th, but since then. I'm sorry.
Yes, he submitted a letter or 2 letters to me this week. He completed, April 28th, he did 8 hours for Focus Hope, and he did another 2 hours and 15 minutes at Victory Gym. That letter is dated April 25th.
Look. Okay. Why don't you, I want to be so understanding here with you. But you didn't get around to doing something for 3.5 months. You've not done anything on your fines. I want to be understanding on that.
And Judge, we were working with him for some health stuff, which he did provide documentation.
I know.
We had to light a fire to I had to schedule this for him to get them done.
The fines getting laid off work is what stopped me for fines. But I'm finally caught up with her. I just told her starting this week, I'll be paying enough to be caught up and paid off by October, November.
Why did he misread this court work program?
Honestly, I got told about it so long ago that I completely forgot. I tried setting the thing on the calendar on my phone, and every time I set one, I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but it don't notify me. I have to set an alarm clock and for that day. So we rescheduled that. I asked him if he would send me a reminder email like a week before it, so I know for sure I can make that one.
Say that again?
I asked Emily if she would give me a heads up like a week or 2 before, because we rescheduled it to make sure I make it, because I tried setting it in my calendar and it don't like go off on my phone, like if you go like deep into my phone, I try setting like, say like, I want to set something up for August and I'll put it on the calendar in Google, it don't like make my phone go off. But I suck with technology. Last time I used
Well, I'm
to
not
do it
very
was
good
Windows.
at it either, but I can put that in my phone. You gotta be more, responsible. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to do with him. I mean, he deserves to go to jail and I don't wanna send him to jail, so we gotta figure out something else. So I'm thinking, if you can't pay your fines, you're gonna have to do community service. Now, you just told me you're gonna start to pay next week?
No, this week, Thursday.
Tomorrow's Thursday.
Yeah.
How much can you pay per week?
I told Emily 100 a week, and she said if you pay 60 something, 67 or 66, that I'll be paid off before I'm off probation.
think that's what I figured out for him to have it paid off. But I think he graduated,
All right,
this, it'd be paid off November.
pay 70 per week beginning. I'll start it Monday, okay?
Okay.
That's the
If I
5th.
pay it this week, does that count?
Pardon me?
If I pay it this week, that's,
You're gonna start to pay it on May the 5th. You pay 70 per week. I'm not gonna assess any additional costs. I'm not gonna do anything else. But Brandon, you're worrying me. You really are. I mean, I want you to get through this program. I want you to stay clean.
been on that side, it's just walking everywhere and
I get it.
trying to make places on time.
I get it. I understand. That's why I'm doing this. You're trying. I get it. All right, 70 a week, beginning May the 5th. Reschedule the court work.
Alright, we already did.
If I pay tomorrow or Friday, does that count as the fifth?
Yeah, you just pay 70 every Monday, but you don't have, just stay ahead of it if you want to.
Okay,
You can pay tomorrow, you can pay whenever you want, but 70 a week, starting on Monday. If you paid it tomorrow, you don't have to pay again until the 20th. If you don't have the money, you need to come talk to me though. Do we understand one another?
yes,
Or
sir.
you call Mr. Casino and we'll go on Zoom and I'll give you an extension. But you can't continue to ignore everything. If I need to have you do community service in lieu of payment of fines, I will do that. Okay?
Okay.
All right,
Can I ask one question?
sure.
He was eligible for phased advancement February 28th. Technically, the rule is he has to have 90 days clean, which he does. Are you okay with me phase advancing the next one now that the community service is done, or would you like me to wait, or?
I, it's not just clean, it's no bio.
Well, it's a major violation.
Yeah, I'm not gonna consider these major violations. I'll advance you. Listen to me. You gotta stay with this,
Yes, sir.
okay? Go ahead.
Thank you.
Every day,
Stay with me, Brandon. I want you to get through the program, okay?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll make you up.
Tabitha. This other one here too. This one needs to be.
Sure. I'm actually gonna see if I can use Shane's Vikky.
Okay,
Give me a
perfect. People against Ryan Michael Grant, file number 25T643407. Good morning, Mr. Boria.
Morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Good, you?
Good, thank you.
Your appearance?
For the record, I am Aaron Boria, and to my left, this is Ryan Grant.
Mr. Grant, your name, please?
Ryan Grant?
All right, so you've been on a sober link since April 10th, correct?
Correct.
All right, have you had a chance? He pled guilty to operating while impaired. The super drunk was dismissed. He does show the prior, one 10 years ago, I believe it was in 14. Have you had a chance to review the report with him? Are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
I want to add that under his number of dependent children, he does have a daughter that's 9 years old.
Okay,
That wasn't in there.
I'll modify the report in that aspect.
Thank you. Other than that, Your Honor, everything appears to be factually accurate. I mostly just have an elocution.
Sure, go ahead.
Your Honor, again, he's got a 8-year-old and a 19-month-old. His wife is here today. In December, actually on Christmas Eve, they found out that she had cancer and she had to abruptly undergo a double mastectomy. And these were for significant medical bills, and it's been a whirlwind in their house for the past 3 or 4 months. Ryan had not gone out, and he went with some buddies golfing that day, and he lost some steam, and then he went to dinner, and he had more than he should have. And he fully owns that he was reckless in that manner, driving home. But there's been a lot of stress going on, a lot of things weighing on him. Got out, he got a little bit of space from, the issues of life. And took too much of an advantage of that. He recognizes that. As the court's aware, you've had him testing 5 times a day. There's been no issues whatsoever. He has an excellent family. He's very supportive of everything that his wife is going through, as well as very supportive of him. I asked him, is she going to kill you?
I'm sorry?
I asked him, is she going to kill you after this happened? But luckily, she's here today and she's supporting him. He's working to support his family. I know his family extremely well, including his mom, his brother. They are excellent people. They've all lived in this community for years. Whatever you order Ryan to do, it will get done. And it will probably get done before any deadline you give him. I'm willing to put my career on that. Ryan is one of the best people that I've ever known. So I am asking that you follow the recommendations, and I know that he had the prior over 10 years ago. He was a very young man then. And now this incident, I truly believe, is really not his character. It's a very isolated incident. And I don't think you will ever see Mr. Grant in this court again, Your Honor.
Anything you would like to say, sir?
Thank you for your time. I'm sorry that we're meeting on this circumstance. I fully understand the severity of the crime that I committed. I was absolutely in the wrong. I should not have been operating a vehicle at that time. I do realize that if I don't change my tune, that my whole life is thrown away. I've lost sleep, I've lost weight, and I've lost self-respect for my decision that night. I've added additional stress to my wife and my family. I'm taking this very seriously, sir, and as Mr. Warren said, I do not plan on seeing you in this courtroom again.
Well, I'm really sorry about your wife. I hope everything works out. Well, the only thing I can tell you is if you get another one of these in your life, it's a felony. You know that, right?
Yes,
Then your life as you know it is over.
yes.
It is nice, however, to see somebody remorseful, and I truly believe you're sincere with this. So 15 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. By the way, has he shown you the AA verification? I just want to make sure he's been going twice a week since April 10th. So there should be at least 5 or 6 on there.
There's April 19th, 20th, and 27th. There's 2 on the 27th, or the 29th. See one yesterday. That's
That's a 7. That's a 7.
Okay. There are 4 entries, Your Honor.
No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. You submit to chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs. And I'm going to make that as follows. I'm gonna make it bi-weekly testing for 2 months. Well, for 3 months, for 3 months. If you're clean, I'll then make it monthly. Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. You do have to remain on the SoberLink device until July 1st, okay? I want you going to AA, NA at least twice a week until you're in treatment. You have to go to outpatient treatment. Once you get in outpatient treatment, you don't have to do AA or NA or any other 12-step program. So if you get in outpatient this week, you don't have to go to AA or NA any longer. You're to attend the Victims Impact Panel, which is one night put on by Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, okay?
Thank you, Ron.
I'm going to submit to you that, remind me, counsel, this was a breathalyzer, right? Not a blood draw?
Correct, it was,
So it's $150 in cost of recovery. I cap it at 2.25 on the blood and $150 on the breath. $300 in fines, $200 costs, $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So fines and costs here amount to $6.25. You have probation fees of $300 for $9.25. You have cost of recovery of $150 for a total of $1,075. You have a screening fee of $60 for $1,135. For $1,135, and then you have 5 days jail credit 1. I'm gonna let you serve 3 of those on the court work program. There's a $105 charge for that, $35 a day. And I'm gonna let you do 8 more hours of community service by, I'll give you all the way until July 1st to complete that. So 8 hours of community service by July 1, 3 days on the court work program, and should be $1,240 on the fines. If you violate probation, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 93 days. You have 21 days to appeal. You have 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Now listen, I'm cutting you a break here, okay? No more of this, all right? You may be eligible for early discharge. If you get everything done after 7.5 months, you can come in here and request early termination of your probation. You are a lucky man right now, you understand? I'm buying this because I understand it's sickening what you're going through at that age. But you gotta use your brains. You were driving on Rose Lane thinking you were on Boxford, right? Right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm cutting you a massive break here. Do not tempt me by not complying with probation 100%. Do we understand one another?
100% understanding, Your Honor.
Okay. Can you pay all this today, or does he need time, Mr. Goria?
I can pay it all today.
I wish you well, and I wish your wife well. I really do.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks, Mr. Goria.
Have a nice day.
You too. You'll meet with probation after you make your payment here, okay? Best of luck, young man. And good luck to you, ma'am. Are we ready on the bow yet or not? Did they come back in?
Did
with
it come
them?
back?
All right, people against Sanders, Brianne Rachel Sanders, 25 W83798. Your name? All right, Ms. Sanders, you're charged with violation of parental responsibility law, saying you failed to assure the regular attendance of your son Cyrus Helcom at Bates Elementary on Gudith near Weston, Woodhaven. They wrote this April the 4th. You have the right to a lawyer. I'll be happy to provide you with one today at public expense if you would like one.
No.
I'm sorry?
No, thank you.
You waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes.
So this is a misdemeanor. They think you didn't send your child to school. It is punishable by up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all 3 of those. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, I did.
I'm sorry?
I did.
Did you sign the advice of rights?
Yes, I did.
Did you read it and understand it?
I did.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we're not gonna have a trial of any kind. You understand that?
I did.
All right, you still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
I did.
Enter a not guilty plea for you. I'm gonna give you a personal bond of $500. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. Your child is to attend school with no unexcused absences. I'm giving you a personal bond. I'm going to let you go and talk to the prosecutor, see if you can work it out. If you can't, either way, you're coming back in front of me, okay? So $500 personal bond, I'm entering a not guilty plea. He'll take you to the Woodhaven City Attorney and you can talk to him, okay? And then either way, you're coming back in front of me. Do you understand everything? All right, good luck. Thank you. Harvey. Shaquila Shante Harvey, 25W38266A and B. Your name, ma'am?
Shaquilla Harvey.
All right, so we're gonna adjourn this for you, okay?
Yes.
I'm gonna give you, we'll take it out 4 weeks or thereabouts, Lisa.
May 28th at 8:30.
Okay, May the 28th at 8:30 in the morning. You can go down the hall and you will get your court date, okay?
Thank you.
Best of luck. And I'm entering the plea of denial, by the way, on the other file, this is civil infraction. So that will take place on the same day. Eckert, Luke Michael Eckert. 25W838357, Mr. Eckert. Your name?
Okay.
You're charged with assault and battery. You have the right to a lawyer. Do you want a lawyer? I'm sorry.
No, sir.
All right, so on April 5 of 25, it is alleged that you did at 7:30 PM at 22114 Reinhardt in Woodhaven, physically assaulted, batter the victim by the name of Brady. That is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 500 fines, 90 days jail. Costs or all of those penalties. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a trial or a hearing. Do you understand
Yes,
that?
sir.
All right, do you still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
I don't want to.
You
I
waive
don't
your,
want a lawyer.
so you still wish to waive your right to
Oh,
a,
yes, sir. No.
I'm sorry?
Yes, sir.
I'm entering a not guilty plea. I'm giving you a $1,000 personal bond. So you don't have to post any money. But I want you to listen carefully. These are your bond conditions. No contact with the victim, Brady. No contact with prosecution witnesses except through your lawyer. You're not to possess firearms. You're not to possess dangerous weapons. You're not to leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. You do have to go over to the Woodhaven Police Department to be fingerprinted and photographed by noon today. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
We're going to give you an order in that regard. All right? We're going to give you an order for prints. We're going to give you a copy of the bond sheet. And you can take all that over to Woodhaven, give them the order for prints, and they will print you today. Do you understand that?
Okay. Yes, sir.
But I will let you go talk to the prosecutor now. So you're gonna go talk with the prosecutor, but no matter what happens in there, whether it's adjourned or there's a plea, you have to go over to Brownstown, to Woodhaven rather, by noon today. And you have to get fingerprinted and photographed, and these bond conditions will be with you. You cannot possess firearms or dangerous weapons. Again, no contact with the prosecution witnesses, no contact with the victim, and again, you have to, as a condition of your bond, go over there and get printed. But before that, we will send you to the Woodhaven prosecutor and you will talk to him. Either way, you're coming back in front of me today. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll see you in a few.
Okay. So see you all in.
Kendrick. Philip Dwayne Kendrick II, 25W838-318, A, B, and C. Your name, sir?
Philip Dwayne Kendrick II.
All right, Mr. Kendrick, good morning. You're charged with driving on a suspended open intox and expired plate, and you have the right to a lawyer. You want a lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll set you up with a lawyer outside. You can go right outside and he'll set you up with one, okay? Carlton Thomas Johnson, 25W838-349. Your name, sir? I'm not gonna give you 45 days. I'll adjourn this for about 4 weeks, but you gotta get moving on your license, okay? You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'll give you until May the 28th, Lisa, at what time?
8:45.
Listen, you got warrants all over the place here. You got one in Monroe, one in Redford, another in Redford. So I shouldn't say, you've got 3. Go take care of those as well. Go down the hall, get your notice, May 28th at 8:45. We'll see you back here. Any questions?
No, sir.
All right, good luck. Are they ready on this LeBeau case, or what are they doing? Just find out what if he got a hold of the victim or not.
Yep.
Judge. Judge,
Yes,
Mr. Schulman has a bond violation today on Flamont,
yeah.
and he's stuck in a murder trial. Can he come tomorrow?
Jeez.
That's what the secretary just called to tell me.
Where's Flamont at? Is Flamont coming today? Where's Flamont?
I'm assuming he is, unless he told him not to.
I don't care. He can come tomorrow, but he's got to notify his client to be here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm reading her message. It says he's currently in a murder trial today and Thursday.
All right. Just tell him I'll adjourn it to Monday. I can do it Monday, but I've got a warrant out for the defendant's arrest, and it's going to remain in effect until they appear. So I'll adjourn it to Monday, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Paul Robert LeBeau, 25W838-223A. Mr. West, your appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Josh West, appearing on behalf of Kansas City Litigant.
Name, sir?
Paul LeBeau.
Michael Crawford representing Mr. LeBeau.
Did we hear anything more from the victim here?
Yes, Your Honor. The victim is Mr. Ben Gardner. I did reach out to him. There was an issue. I wanted a copy of the text message. He was going to call his girlfriend's daughter to get the text message. I'm waiting for that to come through. He did make some further allegations that the defendant was on the corner, yelling and screaming names at him. I'm going to try to get him on Zoom to see if he can come and relay that information directly to the court. But Mr. Crawford wanted a copy of the text, so I'm trying to get a copy of the text.
Why doesn't he come Zoom on right now? I'm kind of like wondering why he took off like he did. I mean, does he he doesn't work at the Pentagon or anything, does he?
I do not believe he works at the Department of Defense, no.
Well, I mean, I'm just asking, like, what does he do? I mean, is he a heart surgeon? Why would he leave? I mean, I don't get it.
Well, Judge, he indicated he had to work. I did not inquire.
We all have to work. You're working, I'm working, he's working, and I feel like we're chasing around for this guy. Have him Zoom in the next 5 minutes or else I'm proceeding without it, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have my Zoom number?
I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a seat. I'll be right back with you. All right, stay seated.
Court is back in session.
LeBeau. Come on up, guys.
They're right there, Judge.
Paul Robert LeBeau, 25W838-223B.
Good morning, Your Honor. Josh West, appearing on behalf of the people of the city of Woodhaven. I also have my victim on Zoom, Benjamin Gardner.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Crawford representing defendant. I'm sorry, the victim.
Your name, sir?
Paul LeBeau.
All right. And your name, sir?
Benjamin Gardner.
All right. I read this report, the pre-sentence, but I want you to stay right there a second. Did you review the report with your client? Are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
I did, Your Honor, and no, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything that you would like to say on his behalf?
Your Honor, my client understands that he didn't make the best decisions that particular day. He understands that he should resolve his conflicts better than that. He understands, Your Honor, he's not gonna make those same mistakes again in the future. He's just looking forward to hopefully enjoying the benefits of this probation and moving forward with this behind the ground. He's got some work, so things are looking real positive for him now.
Anything you would like to say?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Gardner, what would you like to tell me, sir?
Nothing really, Your Honor. I want him to, get the guidance he needs and to not follow down the path he's on.
You told the prosecutor that there was some kind of a threat.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really prove it. It's just hearsay. I mean, but it's him texting, telling me to come outside.
Slow down. Tell me.
Text him stating for me to come outside and fight him, and
Who do you send the text to?
my girlfriend's daughter, his ex-girlfriend.
Wait a minute. So you're saying Mr. LeBeau was boyfriend, girlfriend with your girlfriend's daughter?
Yes.
And he texted his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, I should say, and said, tell him to come out here?
Yes.
Did you do that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr.
Can I speak, Your Honor?
Yes.
Judge, Mr. Gardner did indicate there was another incident where the defendant allegedly was on the corner calling my client names, including the name, and I won't say it, P-U-S-S-Y. So if that is alleged to be true, I do have concerns about that. Mr. Gardner, is that true? Can you confirm that?
Yes, it is true, Your Honor.
So the people do have concerns.
Your Honor, well, I appreciate the people's concerns. It's our position, it simply isn't true. Whatever issue that the victim had with my client, it is what it is. For us, these are bold-faced allegations that are not accurate. Unfortunately, even though my client moved away in an attempt to get away from this person, they're still in a relatively close proximity. My client periodically has to walk by, and this situation where he walked by, he was with several friends, and they were literally at the ice cream truck getting some ice cream. There was nothing being said. We don't know what to say about this, Your Honor. This could go on forever with things my client supposedly said. He didn't. All right. He made a mistake that night. He knows it. He just like to put his body. He's learned. He's got to handle stuff better and stay away from this man and his daughter, which he does stay away from. He hasn't had any contact with him. He's here supported by his dad and his new girlfriend here today. He's trying to move forward. So we're hoping the court understands that he would be indeed a great candidate for this. It's an opportunity for him to improve himself, get his education. Like I said, he's working out. He's trying to move forward, Your Honor.
I want to find something that I read in this report.
Sure.
Paul stated he had taken a couple of shots of alcohol prior to the incident, and that he has, quotes, anger issues, end quotes, and always wants to fight, especially when he drinks. That tells me all I need to know.
Well, Your Honor, I think that's why anger management would be appropriate. My client understands, in his youth, he's a young guy, he's been picked on a lot, and he feels picked on by this grown man. He feels picked on, so he's reacting poorly, yes. He shouldn't handle it this way.
Why do you feel picked on?
Well, because...
Wait a minute, I'm asking him.
Okay.
Why do you feel picked on?
There's a lot going on with me and him you guys don't know about.
Well, tell me. That's why I'm here. This is your chance. Tell me.
It's just a lot.
Well, I got all day.
He thinks I did something, but I didn't do to his van window, and he just don't like me because he thinks I did it.
What happened to your van window?
February 28th, Your Honor. Two suspects, they were on camera. They didn't get a good, I was walking out and a rock ended up through the back of my girlfriend's van window.
Okay, but you don't have any evidence that Mr. LeBeau did that, right?
No, I mean, not too much besides, just hearsay.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what hearsay means when you talk in that context. I don't know what it means. I mean, it's either credible threats or not. If it was, you should have turned it over to the police. If it was, they should have. Hang on. If it was, they should have investigated, charged, and prosecuted. If they didn't have enough evidence, that would explain why they didn't charge and prosecute.
Yes, sir.
But let's not make assumptions that every time something happens that Mr. LeBeau's doing this. How close do you guys live to one another?
He lives the next street over, Your Honor.
All right. You guys are staying off each other's streets. I don't want you going on the street. Is there any reason for you to go on the street, Mr. LeBeau?
No, Your Honor.
Is there any reason for you to go on the street, Mr. Gardner?
No, sir.
All right. Then this is very simply solved. I'm not going to order, I can't order you not to, Mr. Gardner, but please don't do that. I can't order you not to go near his house.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's your address, Mr. Gardner?
25110 Saxony. Well, that's where I'm staying with my.
But I think in a lot of ways, if I let everybody speak, is there anything that anybody else wants to say here?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
I want to say, I mean, I'm not sure that. Did you confront him about this van and accuse him of damaging the van?
No, he actually admitted to it, and then he just kept walking by, and I confronted him. I'm like, I don't appreciate you coming by here, just yelling stuff, and then after that, that's when we got into the altercation, Your Honor.
I don't know why you're drinking so much. Holy,
18.
when can you legally drink?
21.
Why are you drinking?
I don't know, Your Honor.
I mean, and it sounds like you're having shots at 18. You're well on your way to alcoholism. I'm just telling you, when I see this kind of thing happen with somebody who can't drink, they're only 18, I guarantee you're gonna be in here on other cases. Do what you gotta do. I don't like this fighting. To me, anybody who wants to fight, you know what they ought to do? I don't know who it is now, but they ought to figure out who the heavyweight champion is of the world and go fight him. Go fight him. Go pick on him. You want to fight that bad? Go pick on him. This is silly. Life is short. You don't see that yet because you're 18. It's a very, very, very short time that we're here. Why be miserable and angry? If there's one thing I could do, Mr. West, I would take away the anger in this world. If they gave me my choice between that and making me a millionaire, I'd choose the latter. I'm sorry, the former, not the latter. I mean, there's so much anger out here. I don't get it. Why are we so angry out there? I mean, I think about what a difference it is since the time I was your age. And I'm not saying there wasn't anger then, but geez, it's gone up exponentially like 100 times in 45, 50 years. And I can't weep to think what it's going to be like in 2080. Everybody's going to be shooting at each other. I don't know, 12 months probation, but I'm serious. I don't want you having any contact. Thanks, Mr. West.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm sorry for going on so long.
No, thank you, Judge. Can we release Mr. Gardner and go back to work?
Yeah, if you want to go to work or you want to listen to the sentence, do whatever you want, okay? You're welcome
Okay,
to
thank you,
stay, you're
sir.
welcome to go. 12 months probation, you cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No contact at all with the victim, Benjamin Gardner. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email, or communicate with him or have anybody else communicate with him. Even if you text somebody and say, tell them I said this, that's a violation.
Yes, sir.
You're not to go near 25110 Saxony in Woodhaven. You are not to go near there. You're going to attend the anger management program. I'll only make it with 4-week follow-up now. But you got to get a hold of your life, not to possess firearms, no dangerous weapons. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume alcohol, illegal drugs, no alcohol, no illegal drugs, no marijuana. I'm going to just order that you submit to chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs on demand of probation. I'm not going to order a program, but you're scaring me. Why are you scaring me? Things I read in here. Uses marijuana daily. What are you doing? I mean, I realize marijuana is legal now. Sir, I don't mean to put you down. You got a 5th grade diploma, 5th grade education. You're going back and you're getting a diploma or a high school diploma or a GED. I tell kids this all the time. There's a real correlation between a lack of education and use and abuse of drugs and involvement in the criminal justice system. And if you don't put the brakes on and do something different than you've been doing, this is just the beginning. You don't believe me? That's okay. I don't just sit up here and make things up. I'm telling you, that's where I see you headed. It's not going to be in jails. It's going to be in prison. Go back today and get a diploma or a GED. Start working on that today. Do we understand one another?
Yes, Your Honor.
You serve 2 days on the court work program, 1 day of community service, 8 hours of community service has to be completed in this case by May the 31. You're going to serve 2 days on the court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that for a total of 70. Fines 100, costs 100. 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So fines and costs are only 3 1/4. Screening fees 60 for 385. Probation fees are 240 for 625. Court work program fees of 70 for 695. And I'm going to also award $40 of orders, $40 in attorney fees, $735. You pay that, you stay out of trouble, you comply with everything else, and I'll be more than happy to dismiss your case on motion to prosecute. At least I need a review hearing date.
April 15th of 26 at 9 o'clock.
April 15th of 26 at 9 o'clock. This is your dad here, right?
Yeah.
Can you come up real quick? I'm taking this under HIDA. And you're to obtain and maintain employment. Can I ask you a question? Sir, your name?
Paul
We gotta get him on the right track.
I've been trying to. You're doing a lot better now than he was.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at somebody that you got 5th grade education and you're not working. What in the world have you been doing the last 8 years?
And the only reason that happened, John, if I may speak, is me and the mother split up and I had taxes. I had a drug problem.
Okay.
And I got cleaned up, 9 years clean now, thank you.
Good, congratulations. Good for you.
I wasn't in the life.
Well, I'm just telling you, you got to do something. It's like you're retiring now and you're gonna be working till you're 113 if you're not careful. You gotta get some education, you gotta get a job. I'm also ordering you to get a job.
He's got a job.
Where?
It's asphalt, Garza Asphalt Company. He's on a probationary basis now, but he's hoping to be hired full-time.
All right, well, all you told us at the time of the pre-sentence, and that was just a few days ago, was he was unemployed.
Yeah, he was there.
All right, well, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna let you pay $40 a week, and I'm gonna start this beginning on May the 28th. And if you need more time, you're gonna come and talk to me, or you're gonna zoom in on or before the due date, and I'll be happy to give you an extension. You don't have to be afraid. I'll work with you. You're gonna go down the hall, get your notice, go over to probation, and they'll instruct you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, Mr. Gardner. No contact. If he has any contact with you, you notify the probation department. You heard me, Mr. LeBeau?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good luck. Thank you. Against Hernandez Boulevard, Hernandez Boulevard. This is Yormi Miguel Hernandez Boulevard.
Yep, the podium.
25W838-3538. He needs an interpreter.
Yeah, you don't speak English, so I
You're-
have a sign on the back of the Spanish.
Okay. Hi. You speak Espanol? I'm gonna get you an interpreter. I'm gonna get an interpreter. How can I tell him? We're gonna get,
Judge,
yeah,
you can send them down here. I have one on my phone, a translator on my phone.
beautiful. She's gonna go down the hall and we'll set a new arraignment and pretrial date. I don't know, you can't understand a word I'm saying, but she'll help you. Follow him down. Okay? Good luck. Hola. ¿Qué tal? That's all I remember from Spanish in high school. Getting a kick out of my ignorance here, Lisa. Garrett, Matthew Edward Garrett. 25W838-289. Mr. Garrett, where are you? He's on Zoom in West Virginia, it says, I think. Mr. Garrett? People against Matthew Joseph Silvers, 21B138862C. Come on up. One second, Mr. Garrett.
All right.
You're not laying down, are you? Can you do me the favor of at least sitting up and showing a little bit of respect, please? Thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
Your name?
Matthew Garrett.
No. I haven't called your case yet again, Mr. Garrett. You're charged with a show cause here, Mr. Silvers. They think you failed to provide proof of completing 16 hours of community service by July 1 of 21. If you plead guilty or if you're found guilty, your probation on this could be revoked, or I didn't place you on probation. You could get 90 days on this. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice or rights? I can't hear you. You gotta go, come on. She's gotta take down what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, you have the right to a lawyer, and I'd suggest you get one. I'll give you a lawyer. Do you want a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
I'll enter a not guilty plea for purposes of arraignment. And we're gonna give you one now. So you'll meet with a lawyer, and then you'll come back in front of me here. Lisa, I don't see what, oh, he posted $200. I set 2,010%. So the bond is continued. And you're gonna go ahead and talk to the lawyer, and then you're coming back in front of me, okay? All right? He'll go right out in the hallway. Matthew Edward Garrett, 25W8289. Your name?
Matthew Garrett.
All right, so you're charged with concealed weapon. You're in a rehab center, are you?
No, I've got out already.
Where are you at now?
I'm in West Virginia.
All right, on April 1 of 25 at 1:40 in the morning, the police knew that you were at 23933 Allen Road in Woodhaven, that you possessed a concealed weapon, a misdemeanor punishable by up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all those. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to remain silent, right to a trial by court, right to a trial by jury, right to remain silent in the trial, right to bring in your own witnesses, right to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. If you plead guilty at any time, you're giving up all those rights. You're waiving the presumption of innocence. You're waiving the requirement that they prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and we will not have a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, are you in West Virginia for how long, sir?
I live here.
You did live in Rockwood, but you moved?
Yes, I was visiting my sister and planning on going to rehab, and I was coming back.
This
And I got stopped.
Truman in Rockwood.
I'm sorry?
Did you live in Rockwood at any point?
No, that was the address to give for the courts. I was living in Flat Rock. I was visiting my sister in Rockwood.
What's your
West
address?
Virginia.
Your current address?
26 Bond Street, West Virginia.
POND Street?
B as in boy, OND.
BOND Street, Bond Street, and that's in West Virginia. What's the city?
Yeah, in Haywood. Haywood, HAYWOOD.
What's the zip there?
26366.
26366?
Yes, sir.
What do you do in West Virginia?
I moved here.
I know, but what are you doing? You working?
Oh yeah, construction. I just started. What, Monday?
All right, I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea. I'm gonna give you a lawyer. Do you want a lawyer?
I don't really think I need one. Is it a misdemeanor?
Yeah, it's a misdemeanor.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, you don't have to. If you want to waive your right to a lawyer, you can represent yourself.
No, I'll take a lawyer.
All right, $500 personal bond. You can leave the state to go to Virginia. West Virginia can leave state to remain in West Virginia. You cannot violate any law. You must appear in court as directed. You're not to possess firearms or dangerous weapons. Those are your bond conditions. I'm going to set you up with a lawyer. How backed up are we today, Lisa? I can reschedule this if.
No, that's okay. We can use the overflow if we need it.
All right, so we'll give you a lawyer. She'll put you in a waiting room, and as soon as you talk to the lawyer, we'll call your case. Okay? After
Thank you, sir.
After he meets with the prosecutor. Good luck.
Thank you.
Julian Jesus Isaac, 24W835467.
Julian does.
I sentenced you March 5th. You're already in here on a violation. That's not good. Failed to attend your scheduled probation visit on April 17th. Failed to attend the court work program on March 29th. Those are the two charges. If you plead guilty or if you're found guilty, that'd be two technical violations. You could get 10 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial of any kind. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You do have the right to a lawyer.
Yep.
I'll be happy to give you one at public expense. Would you like a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
I'll enter a not guilty plea. I'm going to give you a lawyer right now. You'll talk to the lawyer. And then we will see you here, okay?
Yes, sir.
So either way, you're coming back in front of me. All right?
Where's he going?
Philip Dwayne Kendrick II, 25W838318A, B, and C. Come on up, Mr. Kendrick.
Good morning, Judge. Nice to get turned out, Mr. Kendrick. Kendrick, state your name for the record.
Philip Dwayne Kendrick II.
So does he stand mute and waive formal reading on the misdemeanors?
Yes, Judge.
I'll enter not guilty pleas. We'll set these for a pretrial. $500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law. You must appear in court as directed. We're going to give you a date. They want a month, Lisa. I'm going to give them May 28th then. And you have a time?
8:45.
At 8:45. Okay, sir. Now, if you want a court-appointed lawyer going forward, you're going to have to fill out a petition for one, okay?
Yes,
So May 28th at 8:45, that'll be your date. Go down the hall, get your date, your paper notice, and you'll have to fill out a petition if you want a court-appointed lawyer.
And have a seat. They'll have you fill out an answer.
Okay? Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks. Julian De Jesus Isaac, 24W835-467.
Good morning, Judge. Mazengate, attorney to help Mr. Geiser.
Can you bring in probation here? I'm gonna need Emily. Sir, your name?
Julian Geiser.
All right, so what's he going to do here?
Judge, he's gonna plead guilty to both misdemeanors.
If you plead guilty to both charges, sir, that's two technical violations. You could get 10 days. Do you understand? Understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You just sign, read, and understand the advice of rights.
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights. There will not be a hearing. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
To the charge count one, that you failed to attend the scheduled probation visit on April 17 to 25. How do you plead?
Yes.
Did you fail to attend your scheduled probation visit on that day?
Yes.
Count two, that you failed to attend the court work program on March 29 to 25. How do you plead?
Yes.
Did you fail to attend the court work program on that day?
Yes.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No.
Accept your plea to both charges. Find they've been made voluntarily and understandingly. Let's move on to another case. Do you have Spicer?
No, Judge. I have Mr. Garrett. We're pulling the report on that.
What's that?
I have a Manny Garrett.
I gotta get his notes right here.
That's right here.
Gase.
Oh, Spicer, Alvina Lewis Spicer.
Just have a seat. Man, you come up-
25W838312. Your name, ma'am? Why'd you show up so late?
I actually retired. I'm calling.
All right, I have a retail fraud here. I can arraign you and let you go talk to the prosecutor. I can give you a lawyer. What do you want? You want a lawyer, or do you want me to arraign you and send you to the prosecutor?
I have a lawyer.
I can't hear you.
I have a lawyer.
Okay. How are we set with lawyers right now? Are they backed up?
No, we're okay.
Okay. All right, we'll set you up with a lawyer. Thank you.
Have a seat in the hallway.
Brianne Rachel Sanders, 25W837958. I'll be right with you. Name?
Brianna Sanders.
So we're gonna set a bench trial? Is that what we're gonna do?
Yes,
So you have the constitutional right to a jury trial. Do you understand that?
I do.
6 people would be, why in the world is, John, turn that thing up, man. It's
I cranked it up, Your Honor. It's either 100 degrees in here or it's 20 degrees.
reason.
I turned it
Are
up.
you cold?
I'm pretty.
I know. So at any rate, let me start over. You have the constitutional right to a trial by jury. If you waive your right to a trial by jury, I will be the one who will solely decide your guilt or innocence. Do you understand that?
I do.
You still wish to give up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Anybody force you to do that? And that's your signature on this document entitled waiver of trial by jury and election to be tried without jury?
Yes.
I'll accept the waiver. We're gonna set it for a bench trial. Lisa,
May 28th at 1 o'clock.
May 28th at 1 o'clock. And you're gonna apply for a court-appointed lawyer, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry, what time did you say?
1 PM. Should we do a final pretrial if she's going to have an attorney?
Yeah, let's do that. Final pretrial, we'll make it on the, what, 15th, 14th?
14th at 9:30.
At 9:30, okay? So at 9:30 on the 14th, I'm going to appoint you a lawyer. I'm looking at this. Let's make sure that that child is attending school, okay? All right? Go down the hall, get your notices. I'm appointing you a lawyer. Good luck. Mark Andrew Nutt, 2516W7130668. Mr. Nutt, your name?
Mark Andrew Nutt.
Where's your? I gotta get Mr. Crawford in here. Matthew Joseph Silvers, 21B138662C. I'm sorry. Stop here. Mr. Crawford, come on up.
Right to the podium here.
Your name? All right.
He's not.
Did I give you a lawyer?
Yes, he's in his room, your show.
Who's your lawyer?
He's coming. That's Crawford. He's coming.
All right, let's go back to, which was the one? Geisel. Where's Mr. Geisel? Julian De Jesus Geisel. Have a seat at the table there. 24835-467.
Good morning, Judge. Nice to get turned out, Mr. President.
Stay in here.
All right,
I'd like to see him.
Mr. Maines, Mr. Gave,
Good morning, Judge. Nice to get turned out, Mr.
what do you want to say on his behalf?
Judge, just that, this is Mr. Geisek's first offenses. He's got no priors, Judge. The reason that he was late or didn't show up to the meeting, to the probation visit, he works from 7 PM to 7 AM. And on those particular 2 days, he had actually worked that 12-hour shift and came home, was completely exhausted, Judge, and fell asleep. I know that he's been making an effort, Judge, to comply with the terms of his probation. He's paid off half of the restitution that he owes, or half of the balance that he owes. He does acknowledge that he still owes the Positive Strategies Program as well as the 4 days of the Core Work Program. Judge, we just ask that he could be given an extension.
7 PM to 7 AM is when you work? I don't need to hear from them. Is that what you do?
Yeah.
You got to get to your programs though, okay?
Yes, sir.
What do you have to say? Anything?
But I just wanna, bro, I'm not trying to, you know, I just, bro, I honestly just been hella tired.
You what?
I just been really tired, like.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Wait a few years. All right, what do we want to do with him? Anything?
I mean, you know, if he would have called me after the March 29th day, I probably would have worked with him. He did contact me later in the day after his appointment, so I'll give him credit for that. You know, we can get the court work program days rescheduled and move on.
And does Mr. Guy does assure me that if the court would allow him the accommodation, that he would absolutely make this a priority and get these done ASAP, is that correct?
Pay additional cost of 100, serve 6 hours of community service by May 15th. Let's start to get to things, okay? Please, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Is it 6 hours, you said, community service?
By May 15th, and he's gonna pay
$100?
$100. Good luck.
What do you want him to pay that by?
You can pay that now, right?
Yes, yeah.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Matthew Joseph Silvers. 21B138862C. Mr. Crawford, your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Mike Joe Crawford, representing Mr. Silvers.
Mr. Silvers, your name?
Matthew Silvers.
Where you been? What's wrong with you? What do you have, so what's he gonna do on this?
Well, Your Honor, my client is just gonna plead guilty, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, you understand I could give you 90 days, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign the advice of rights? You signed an advice of rights form, yellow advice of rights. Did you read it?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand it? Listen, I can't read lips.
Oh, yes, sir.
And you gotta speak loud enough where she can pick you up, okay?
Okay.
You understand everything?
Yes, sir.
To the charge that you failed to complete 16 hours community service by July 1 of 21, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to provide proof of completing that by July 1
Yes.
of 21?
Yes, sir.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Who's this?
Yeah.
Why would you abscond over 16 hours of community service and not show up for 4 years? I need to know.
Your Honor, he doesn't have a good excuse about it. I mean, it was around the pandemic time and whatnot. He simply forgot about it and went on with his life, completely irresponsible.
Did you ever tell these guys what I always say the title of my book's gonna be?
I didn't, but I gave him some version of it.
Don't tell the judge I forgot.
Yes, sir.
What's wrong with you? I gotta lock you up now?
We certainly hope not, Your Honor.
What am I supposed to do? Just let this go? He's been playing with us for 4 years?
Not necessarily, Your Honor. My client has really made some progress in that time. He's now a father. He had a young child at that time that's recently born. He's got a 4-year-old now. He's got some work. He's been working about a month.
Where?
Eric King, sir.
I'm not gonna send you to jail, so just relax. Don't have a heart attack on me. Jeez. I mean, these guys though, they. All right, go ahead, counsel. What else?
So he just wants the opportunity to kind of move forward with his life. Him and his dad put together a few bucks. He was hoping he could pay a fine and, move forward if he could, Your Honor. I mean, we know probation is out of the question at this point.
Well, there is no probation. I never gave him probation.
I'm sorry, miscarriage.
No, it's okay. Where do you live?
Your Honor, he still lives with his dad. The address in the file is still accurate.
On Dearborn Heights, in Dearborn Heights?
Yes, sir.
All right, look. I'll give you one more chance. You're to serve 2 days on the court work program. You have to show up. If you don't show up on Saturdays, they're gonna schedule you. I'm gonna give you 90 days.
Yes, sir.
You have to pay $35 a day to be on that program. I'm gonna assess additional costs of $70. So you're gonna pay $140 and you're gonna do 2 days on the court work program or what?
93 days.
90 days.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes,
Stop doing this. You understand?
yes.
All right, good luck. Can you pay that today or?
He's gonna pay it today.
All right, good luck. How old are you?
Judge, he has a bond.
Oh, he had a bond? Okay. How old are you?
24.
All right, good luck. Thanks for coming, Dad. Keep them on the straight and narrow, will you? I know, kids will drive you crazy, won't they? All right, how you doing, Deputy? I have Mr. Nutt over here. You have Mr. Nutt, right, Mr. Crawford? Mark Andrew Nutt, 16W713-068. Mr. Nutt, your name?
Mark Nutt.
Michael Crawford represents Nutt.
He's gonna plead to attempted retail fraud, right?
Yes, Your Honor. No contest.
Lack of memory?
Correct, Your Honor.
You understand if you plead no contest to attempted retail fraud, it has the same effect as a guilty plea. And you could get 45 days on that. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Can I mark that and have it read that as people's money, right?
Correct, Your Honor.
If you plead no contest, it has the same effect as a guilty plea. The possible penalties I already told you about, but I'm gonna explain your rights. You have the right to remain silent, right to a trial by court or jury, right to question their witnesses, right to bring in your own, right to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. If you plead no contest, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
To the charge of retail fraud, how do you plead?
Guilty, or no contest.
All right, I've had the report, Mark Peoples one, I'm gonna review it. Based on my review of the report, I find there's a factual basis for the plea. Are you on probation or parole, Mr. Nutt?
No.
Anybody in the world force you to plead no contest here?
No.
Please accepted. He's been in custody since April 8th. Is that true?
He's been in custody since February the 12th, Your Honor.
Not on this case, though.
This is when he got arrested on that matter, this is when he became aware that this matter was outstanding. So
Well, we didn't take 2 months to arraign him. He might have been in custody on something else.
he was informed of this warrant and he was taken into custody at that time, Your Honor.
Well, you weren't in custody on this case from February 23rd until I arraigned you April 8th. You're not telling us that, are you?
No, I'm saying I've been in jail since February 12th.
All right, but not on this case. Okay. Anything else? I don't have a problem with what you guys are asking here.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Time served would be appreciated.
You gotta grow up, Mr. Nutt. Anything you want to tell me?
No, Your Honor.
I'm telling you, Mr. Nutt. I'm asking you.
I made mistakes in my life. I mean, I'm trying to get better.
100 fines, 100 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 325 or 23 days, credit 23, case closed. Good luck to you, sir. Wish you well. Courtney Collins, 25W830. I'm sorry, 838-336. Ms. Collins, your name?
Courtney Collins.
Michael Crawford representing Ms. Collins.
She stands mute, waives formal reading.
Yes, Your Honor.
Not guilty, pleas entered. And then we're gonna, ma'am, I'm gonna give you a $500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without consent. You can't violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. I'm gonna give you a personal bond, like I said, and set this. You guys want 30 days. I'm giving you May 28th at what time, Lisa? 9:15, good?
Yes.
At 9:15. So you're gonna go down the hall. If you want a court-appointed lawyer going forward, you're gonna have to fill out a petition for one, okay?
Okay.
So you can sit down there, fill it out, then go down the hall and get your paper notice. Good luck. Wish you well. Do I have another case out there, Lisa?
I got one more Spicer. I have to talk to somebody.
Okay.
Yes, we have the set aside for Brandon Brown.
Where is that set-aside file? You have
I
it?
got it.
Okay. Sure you want to turn that down and go down to 40 there, John?
Is it warming up yet? It is a little bit.
A little.
Yeah.
Just messing.
That's great. 70.
Brandon Brown. Brandon Christopher Brown, 11W713-608. Mr. Brown, you out there? How you doing, counsel?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, Mr. Brown, what's going on? Your name?
Brandon Brown.
And counsel, your appearance?
Evan Ford, P80829, on behalf of Brandon Brown.
What do you think? Should I set this aside?
Yeah, I think so, Your Honor.
Well, I don't know, Mr. Brown. What do you think? This is a big one. You didn't have your license with you.
Yeah. Well, I got it. I have them now. I had them for some years now.
So tell me something. Do you have any criminal charges pending?
No, sir.
When's the last time you were convicted of a criminal offense?
Maybe in 2017, 16, somewhere in there.
Counsel, what do you want to say? What do you want to tell me?
So, Your Honor, Mr. Brown, he's attended trade school. He is certified in HVAC, as well as he has a license from the city of Detroit to operate boilers. He's employed as a maintenance supervisor at Continental Management. He's a cleaner at Crystal Bright Janitorial. He's married with 3 children. He gives back to the community. He does so he donates twice seasonally to the Salvation Army.
He doesn't have a commercial driver's license, does he?
No.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. He also they bring in young kids to their company every year. So he helps out by showing them around, like showing them the different jobs that they have in their job when they come in.
All right. Mr. Brown, is there anything else that you would like to say to me, sir?
Just that I'm trying to get this conviction off my record so I could kind of put it in the past. Like I said, it was a long time ago. I was young and, not following the rules, but I've been following them. And
I know, you seem like a nice guy. Mr. West, your name?
Josh West, appearing on behalf of the people of the city of Woodhaven.
This is a no valid absent person from 11. He's asking to have it set aside. Any objection?
I have no objection if he's
I'm
compliant.
going to go ahead and set this aside. I really wish you well. Okay, good luck to you, Mr. Brown. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. Do you have a copy of the order?
I'm gonna fill it out here. I think I got it all filled out. These are different. I think I got it all set. We'll send it to you, okay?
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good luck. Thanks. Pleasure. What else do I have?
I think we still got Sorrel at the county.
Oh, boy.
You want to do the no-show charge?
Do it look like we're gonna do the no-shows? Yes, I'll do the
Wait,
no-shows.
a little tiny step.
We got Mr. Sorrell over there. What's that one on, Lisa?
It is a pretrial for resist and hinder. He waived attorney at the last hearing, so I put him with the prosecutor.
Oh, boy. Wendy K. Augustinus, 25W837-876, issue show cause. Riley's failed to appear. Riley Scott Doyle, 25W837-918 AMP. We're going to issue a show cause on the misdemeanor default judgment on the speeding. Stacy Sherelle Mitchell, 25W837-745. A, so super drunk, didn't show, issue show cause, open intox, didn't show, issue show cause, and we're gonna issue a show cause on the drive while suspended. So we'll issue a show cause on all of those. People against Khalil Lamonte Pryor, 25W838459. Issue a show cause on that. Limit. Amur Lishan Cheryl Limit, 25W837871A and B. Defendant failed to appear. Issue a warrant forfeit the bond. We initially adjourned it to the 16th. And then we issued a show cause when defendant failed to appear as required. So I'm going to go ahead and issue a warrant, forfeit the bond, 3,010%. Zanati, Michelle Yvonne Mohammed Zanati, 25W838192. Defendant failed to appear for show cause. After failing to appear for an arraignment pretrial warrant to issue bond will be forfeited, 3,010%. Al Shami Transportation, 25W838-176. Okay, so Lisa, we didn't put down who the owner is. We have to show cause the owner. So we have to issue show cause versus owner of corporation for failure to appear and defend the corporation. I don't know who prepared this. I don't know if it was you or somebody else, but we need to find that out. Bailey, Stephen Bailey, Stephen Charles Bailey, 25W838436A and B. On the A file, we'll issue a show cause. On the B file, defendant did not show, default judgments entered. People against Stephen Charles Bailey that has 25W838-436C. That's also, we're going to issue a show cause on that charge. People against Shakita Marion Williams, 25W8385354. We'll issue a show cause on that. And people against Alger Ivory Pierre Lucky, 22B139-793A. Looks like defendant posted online a bond, $500, and then didn't show up. So I don't know why he's doing that, but warrant to issue bond to be forfeited for failure to appear on the show cause, 10,010%. Jesse Daniel James, 25W837271, and also 25W837371. We have zoning violations. We're going to issue show warrants on these. 2,010%. Defendant didn't show for arraignment pretrial, then didn't show for show cause. 2,010% warrants to issue. Carrie Lynn Andrew, 25W837 427, defendant failed to appear. 7,500, 10%. And I need to make a note. It looks like they asked me to take this under 771.1 for 18 months, which I cannot do. So I'll just make a note of that. In the meantime, she failed to appear for sentence, 7,500, 10% on this one. All right. Do they have anything in the back?
That might be.
How about Eckert?
Yeah.
Luke Michael Eckert. Do you have a lawyer, Mr. Eckert?
No, sir.
25W838357. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Your name?
Luke. Luke,
All right, so you're gonna plead guilty. And this is gonna be to assault and battery, and I'm gonna take it under a statute, and if you qualify at the end of 12 months, if you complied, that case will be dismissed. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
This is punishable by up to 500 fines, 93 days jail costs or all those. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to a lawyer. You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
I can't hear you.
Yes, sir.
To the charge assault and battery, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On April 5 of 25, were you at 7:30 PM, were you at 22114 Reinhardt in Woodhaven?
Yes, sir.
Was that a residence?
That's where I stay, yes, sir.
Do you live there?
Yeah, I live there now.
Who do you live with?
My girlfriend.
Okay, what had happened? Who's Brady?
That was my close friend. Me and him got into an argument and we got into a fight. That was about it.
You punched him first?
Yes, sir, I did.
Why'd you do that?
I let my emotions get to me. Apologize.
What's his first name?
Philip,
Are you on probation or parole?
no.
Did you cause him any hospitalization or fractures?
No, sir.
How many times you hit him?
I hit him twice.
Where? In the face?
One right here and I think one right here.
So one in his chest and one on the right eyebrow, just above his right eye?
Yes, sir.
Anybody force you to plead guilty? Okay, I'm gonna take your plea. I find it to be an accurate plea. I'm gonna order a pre-sentence report. Were you drinking?
No,
No drugs?
no, sir.
Pre-sentence report and sentence date. Remember, you gotta go over to, Woodhaven. I'm gonna change that order. Did we give him a copy of that order yet?
No, not yet.
I'm gonna order you to be there. You can't very well be there and do your PSI. I'm gonna give you till 2 PM today to get there, okay?
Thank you.
So you're gonna go down the hall. We're gonna give you a sentencing date. Then you're gonna go over to probation. And you're going to be interviewed. And then you'll come back for sentencing. I'm taking this under HIDA. What sentencing date, Lisa? May 28th again? Is that good?
I was gonna do the 14th. Is that okay?
Yeah, do I have many sentencings that day?
Just one so far.
Good, May 14th at 8:30. So go down the hall, we'll give you that notice, then go over to probation. We'll give you your bond sheet, we'll give you your order for prints, and you go over to Woodhaven.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay?
So what is like my sentencing, mean exactly? Like, I'm not really,
Well, I'm gonna put you on probation probably. And I'm gonna make you do something. I'm gonna make you pay fines. I might make you go to a court work program, community service, anger management. I don't know. There's a slew of things I can order, but
I do apologize. You'll never see me here. I'm sorry. I really am.
well, it's more sad. You don't have to apologize to me and you can't apologize to your friend. Well, what are you guys doing, fighting among friends, huh?
Over girls.
Over girls? That's not a good thing to fight over.
Yeah.
Although it's a better thing to fight over than most things. All right, go down the hall, get your date. We'll see you back here. I'm just kidding you. Under no circumstance do you have the right to hit somebody. I don't like assault cases. You seem like a nice kid. Don't do stupid things, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll talk about it when you come back. Good luck.
Mr. Garrett, did you join the breakout room?
Yeah, I talked to the attorney and then they told me to hit the leave breakout room.
Okay, just making sure.
How you doing there, Mr. Sorrell?
Yeah.
I can't hear you, you're muted.
So, oh, you haven't?
Now, you unmuted, but then you muted again.
2 months on my hip and my leg, man, which they won't even give me an x-ray here, so not too good, but I'm.
Hang on, let me get your lawyer in here. Your lawyer's,
Crawford hasn't even talked to you yet.
he hasn't talked to you yet?
Judge, he waived
No, I've
last
been
time.
sleeping
So
here, waiting.
I put him with the prosecutor because he waived attorney last time.
And Your Honor, Josh West on behalf.
Sorrell did talk to Mr. Oh, there we go.
Your
I
Honor,
got,
yeah, he did speak with me, but when I began speaking with him, he requested court-appointed lawyer. That's why I stopped talking to him.
I understand. Let me get, where is he?
I just called him, he said he's gotta talk to Mr. Shrub.
All right, Mr. Crawford's gonna talk to you shortly, Mr. Sorrell. Aaron David Griggs, 23W8325565A and B.
Judge, he was in county. I looked him up this morning. He got moved to Oakland.
So what do you want to do? I gave him a bond of 1,010%. You mean he couldn't is that why he's in custody? He couldn't post that?
I'm not sure what happened. I just looked him up and it said that he was transferred from Wayne County to Oakland.
Yeah, it can't be this. Did he post this bond?
I don't see anything here yet.
I don't remember this case at all. Well, wait a minute.
I'm looking him up right now at Oakland.
Well, I know, but I'm a little concerned because I whited out one of these, please. It's gonna plead the false information. Oh. It's just defendant incarcerated, $10,000, it looks like bond or something. I don't know what happened on this one, Lisa.
What date are you looking at, Judge?
On April 16th, it looks like I set a bond of 1,010%. And I at least wrote down pretrial, guilty as charged on the false information to an officer. But then I whited out the A file, 565A.
On the 16th, I show he was here for a pretrial. We adjourned it to April 30th.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Because that's why I whited the other one out. All right.
And he's at Oakland County on a 10% bond for retail fraud.
All right, so defendant, you notified Oakland or what?
No, I did not know that till today. I thought he was coming from
I
Wayne
see.
County.
I'll just say defendant in Oakland County. Can we reset it for the 14th? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, we can try that. I can't Zoom to Oakland, but I'll check and see if he is released by then.
All right, so we'll set this for the 14th at 8:30. And if we still have a warrant out for him too, don't we?
No, we don't.
Did he post 1,000? I don't understand.
I don't know, because it would have come from county and that's just too soon. It looks like he just got to Oakland on the 25th.
All right. Can you pay attention?
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Follow
I'll
this
watch it.
one because I'm a little concerned for a reason. I don't see a bond receipt in there. And I think I remember being told he was gonna post that, but I could be wrong about that. Garrett, Matthew Edward Garrett, 25 W. 838289. Mr. Garrett, your name?
Matthew Garrett.
Who's, good.
Good afternoon, Judge. Nice to get back, Mr. Garrett.
I'm appointing a lawyer for you, Mr. Garrett, and I am going to go ahead and adjourn this for discovery. We're gonna make it May the 14th. Is that good? May the 14th at what time, Lisa?
9:30.
Jeez, at 9:30. Okay?
Judge, we can ask that Mr. Garrett be allowed to appear via Zoom. He does look.
Yeah, no problem. You can appear by Zoom, Mr. Garrett, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, I wish you well. I wish you well. I already gave you bond conditions, right?
Yes, sir.
So those bond conditions are continued, and I'll see you here by Zoom, May the 14th at 9:30. All right, good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Jalen Williams? Jalen Williams, 2488333542.
Josh wants to bring on behalf of people in the city of Woodhaven.
Right to the podium here.
Your name, sir?
Jalen Williams.
How you doing, Mr. Williams?
Very good, and yourself?
You're looking good. Somebody dresses up for court for a change, Mr. West.
Your Honor, I was very impressed with the defendant. When I spoke with him, I did speak with the probation officer, and I'm asking the court to grant the motion this time based on the fact that he is fully compliant with all conditions.
Is there a Joseph Elliott or a Kobe Boer here or a Cheyenne Garrett? Either one of them here, either in person or on Zoom?
Not on Zoom.
Nobody appeared. Defendant is granted, and I'm saying nobody appeared, I mean the victims. Defendant granted early discharge. I need some pens up here. I mean, I don't know. Defendant granted early discharge from probation. Appears everything's in order. I wish you well. Where do you work at?
MGM Casino.
Oh, you're a dealer, right? What do you deal?
I have dice, baccarat, and blackjack.
If I was gonna come over there and play blackjack, tell me how I win. I got it. Good luck. Have a good day. Thank you. People against Wilson Tallison. Salitha Chanel, Wilson Tallison, 25W837860. Mr. West?
Your Honor, Josh wants to bring on behalf of the people. The defendant did call my office this morning, was having some problems getting here. I know there's not been an adjournment. I don't have any objection to adjournment based upon
No problem.
calling. I give a credit for calling.
Yeah, we'll adjourn it to May the 14th at 8:30 or so. Linda, Lisa, you can pick a different time if you want. People against Dustin Lee Haupt, Haupt. This is file 25W8375511A and B. And I also have 25W837-744. And I have 511 A, B, and C. And then I have the other file, the zoning, the anti-blight, 25W837-744. Defendant did not appear. We're going to issue a show cause. So on the C file, I'm under a default judgment. Default judgment on that, defendant failed to appear. But on the others, by law, I have to issue a show cause, and that's what we're going to do. Issue a show cause on all the rest of these. All right, can we get Mr. Crawford in here?
Or is this young lady's file as well?
He's in a breakout room with Mr. Sorrell.
What's that up for, Lisa? Pre-trial?
Pre-trial.
What's the charge?
It is resist and hinder and pedestrian violation.
Is he still in custody? Is he in custody on that one because he can't post a bond?
I believe he still has a felony. Let me double check.
All right, so I'm gonna issue show causes on the house cases, except for the civil infraction. That will be a default judgment, so someone you took those already.
Oh, how?
They all have to stay together, yeah. Do you have a file for me, Mr. Crawford, on these?
I've got one from Spicer at least.
Spicer, come on up here. I'll write it. People against Alvina Lewis Spicer, 25W838312. Your name, ma'am?
Michael Crawford representing Ms. Spicer.
Does she stand me await formal reading for purposes of arraignment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now she's going to plead to attempt retail fraud.
Correct, Your Honor.
Is that what you want to do, ma'am? I can't hear you.
Yes.
If you plead guilty to attempt retail fraud, that is punishable under a local ordinance by up to $250 in fines, 45 days jail, costs of all those. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You charge attempt retail fraud, how do you plead? Were you at the, in the city of Woodhaven, county of Wayne, at 19247 West Road? What store is that? Is that a rally house?
Yes.
Would you go in there and eat and then leave without paying? Is that a restaurant?
No, it's a clothing store.
So you went into the clothing store, you took $209.98 worth of items, right? And then you left without paying? Walked past the register with the intent to permanently deprive the owner of that property, is that true?
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Please accept it to attempt retail fraud. I'm gonna dismiss the original charge. Geez, you're a thief, huh? You don't wanna work or what? I mean, I look at this record, it's kind of like, really?
Well, Your Honor, my client is.
How old are you? Where's she at?
31.
You've been doing this for years. Where do you work?
For service group,
What's that?
rally,
Pardon?
rally.
Yeah, retail fraud after retail fraud after retail fraud. Is this how you're gonna support yourself, by thieving everybody? I mean, I'm not kidding, I'm serious. I'm serious as a heart attack. This is ridiculous. You got at least 4 theft cases here. Personal bond, $1,000. You don't have to post any money. You're not to enter. 19247 West Road, Woodhaven. You're not to leave the state without the consent of the court or violating the law. You must appear in court as directed, no contact with employees of that outfit, of that rallies. Again, you cannot leave the state without consent or violate any law. You must appear in court as directed. You're not to go near 19247 West Road in Woodhaven, and you're not to have any contact with prosecution witnesses except through your lawyer. No contact with employees of that store. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I'm ordering a pre-sentence report. We're going to give you a sentence date. Do you have children?
Yes, I have 2 children.
Are you married?
No,
Father in their lives?
he died.
Geez, I'm sorry. You gotta stop doing this, right? All right, what do you want to do, Lisa? You want to make it the 28th
Yes, 8:30.
at 8:30, okay? All right, good luck. Are you ready on Sorrel?
I need to talk with him. I just had the opportunity to talk with the prosecutor, so just give me a few more moments.
I'm gonna stay here, okay?
Thank you.
Has he been in custody, Sorrell, on this case, Lisa? I'm sorry. I think I asked you that and I don't remember the answer.
It looks like he's still in on the felony charge.
But did I set a bond, a cash bond on this case?
Let me check. It was a personal bond, Judge, 500.
Okay. And he's still in custody on that felony, right?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I think he spent enough time on this case. Can you tell Mr. Crawford if he wants to plead? Counsel, would you go tell Mr. Crawford? I'm likely to give him time served. He's been in there for at least 30 days, right, Lisa?
Let me check. His booking date was March 5th.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
If you guys want to talk about it, I'll be glad to talk.
Judge, we've got a resolution. I just need to write it up.
Okay, thank you. Do you have the file or does Mr. Crawford?
Mr. Crawford has it.
Okay. All right, so we can get Mr. Sorrell back in. Thank you, Mr. West.
Mr. Crawford's signature, Judge, I'll get him.
Thank you.
Oh. That's what that's.
Why has it got to be no contest? What's the charge again?
Is very hazy.
What's the charge again?
Obstruction resistant and obstruction attempted.
Jeez. All right, if you tell me was he under the influence of something?
No, it's just a hazy recollection, I think, according to the record.
Let's go on this. People against, here. Bring in Mr. Sorrell. People against. Gregory Lynn Sorrell, 25W8376908 and B. Mr. Sorrell, your name?
You know it by now, Judge. 100 times, Gregory L. Sorrell.
I'm Joe Crawford, representing Mr. Sorrell.
Gregory L. Sorrell, you know it by now.
All right, hang on a second. Let's bear down here and get this over with. You're gonna plead to. I don't even have a. I don't even have
paperwork again. Man, I've been waiting all day for paperwork.
All right, hang on one second, Mr. Sorrell.
Yeah, I got my buddies and coffee, man. I gotta get back.
Slow down a second. Give me a second, will you please? So do you have the police report?
Approach.
Yes, you can. So he's gonna plead no contest to attempt R&O. Well, you understand the R&O be dismissed. And counsel, you're telling me that he cannot remember this, correct?
Correct.
It's a lack of memory?
Lack of memory.
If you plead no contest, it has the same effect as a guilty plea. The possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all those. Do you understand that?
Yep.
You're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The right to remain silent. Plead no contest, you're giving up your right to a jury trial. You're giving up your right to everything. No trial, no cross-examining their witnesses, no bringing in your own witnesses, no using subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. I got it on the next one. Same cop on the next one. I'm gonna have down here.
You should that I can use the police report to establish a factual basis.
So stipulated.
All right, I'll have that report marked Peoples 1 to the charge attempt, resist, and obstruct an officer. How do you plead, sir?
You plead no contest, Mr. Sorrell?
Yes, no contest.
I've reviewed the report. I'm going to accept the plea. I'm going to dismiss the pedestrian violation. I don't need anybody. I'm going to give you credit for time, sir. If you want to say something, feel free. If you don't, that's fine too. You want to say anything, Mr. Sorrell?
Yeah, I'd like to say, why does your court take so long every time, man?
200 fines, 150 in costs, 75 victim choice fee, $50 justice assessment, 475 or 20 days credit 20. We're closed. Close the case. Thank you very much. Good luck to you, Mr. Sorrell. Thanks, Mr. West. Thanks, Mr. Crawford. Thank you.